Welcome, everyone. I see some guests. I see our board members, mentees, mentors. This is the class of 2024 Cohort 2 for VOA's mentoring program. This was a full year. It was a busy year. We had Cohort 1. We had the first cohort from January, was it February, earlier this year. So this is a e-mentoring program. Okay, we have a very full schedule today. Can you see my screen? Let me go to the slide. My name is Victoria Olabisi Adekoya. I am the founder for VOA, Values of Affordable Education, and we are very blessed to have the second cohort to end the year. So our mentees are also, they've come prepared. They have deliverables, presentations. We also have people who are perhaps new to the foundation and wondering what's going on. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for your support. We are very blessed to have everyone here. So today we're going to do some introductions, and then we will share some testimonials. We also invited our alumni from the first cohort to join this call so they can support the second cohort who are graduating today. They've gone through intense 12 weeks mentoring, and we will get more information and see. So let's go straight into I don't want to go through all the agenda right now. We'll go testimonies, presentations, certificates and award, overall program highlight. Then I'll close and we'll take some questions. All right, okay, let's get started. But before we do that, there's a quick video that I want to share. All is well. You have issue with time keeping or planning fallacy.
One thing I've learned is how to speak up. Authenticity. It might be an environment, it's just what is being used to, and it has to come out of that, being told that this is the right thing for you to do. We also had some of those vibes in our own mentee check-in, but that's the whole essence of having this program, to make them see where they have, where they need to improve, and make that improvement. But I kind of like his feedback from the assignments you've been giving him. So it shows that he has some potential that we can help him, channel appropriately.
Sorry, it's a word. The Ghanaian word. Yeah, I work on data, daily collection, weekly and monthly. Does it make sense to you or even so far? It's not bad. It's just not really this one here. Well, I'll just be doing it for just 1 year.
Not the 1 year. Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I intend to work on my startup.
And I'll say for me, it's a little bit different. I would say, and I'm not going to apologize for hawking this, just like taking up a lot of time, but I think it's a little bit different from my previous mentoring experience with Marvelous. I think with Marvelous was more tell, and I think as you go through the process, you're speaking to the mentee, you ask yourself like, oh, is there a better way of doing this? As opposed to just telling them, like, just go collect information. No, review the information.
Definitely a very good learner, and he is pretty keen to understand more about life and how to control situations, and I can clearly see that he's working a lot on himself. So that is something I'm really proud of, when it comes to him. So
it might be a reality, right? It might be a reality, it might be true, it might not be true, but you need to what I want you to do is do a compare and contrast. So before you reach out to anybody,
you have a job that's actually a career that you're getting paid salary for. You want to make sure you do a great job with that while you kind of plan forward and everything else. They're very receptive to that. So a lot of comments.
And with that, I've been able to, and while you get into the things that you really want to do, then you try and do hard things. Try as much as possible to do difficult things, because that's how you grow. If you keep taking like those simple routes, you will never really grow. So, every year I'm trying to do something different, trying to try something I haven't done before, something that makes me very uncomfortable. And only by doing those uncomfortable things do I really see some growth.
Networking. I'm all about growing my network because your network is your network. So if it's for me to speak or network with people, I am always there. A point in time might come whereby I have to leverage on my network to get what I want to accomplish. So that's where I'm putting myself. I'm putting myself out there to be known, not just to be known, but to be known for good or to be known for this particular thing. And also, I'm joining this section for career growth to reinvent myself, to learn. Yeah.
Getting to learn from people's perspective and seeing things from their perspective and getting to learn from their point of view and seeing how it marries with my point of view and with my perspective. Yeah, so I'm really grateful for that. I'm really waiting to learn that and also even improve myself more from the skills that you're going to help us with today. And even my career growth, my career development, and even my social growth at large. Yeah. Okay.
I want to thank everybody. It's been another journey, 12 weeks journey.
But that's life, right? Yeah, things happen. You cannot control, how those things go. But
certain things that in life that they control stability, finances, mental health, everything. Okay.
And finally, I think mentorship is very important. I never really had a mentor growing up, in terms of like professional mentorship and things like that. So I spent 6 years doing something that should have taken 4 years. I eventually figured it out, but it could have taken less time, less effort. So I think that's the most important thing here, mentorship. It will save you time, it will save you the effort, it will give you some direction. So yeah.
So this cohort has taken us in 2024 to 3 African countries, and we're super excited. We're able to get into Kenya in the house, 4 mentees, one mentee in Ghana, and so far we have 11 mentees in Nigeria. VOA also has other programs. We have our scholarship programs, and we have a scholar in Uganda as well. So, but today we're just going to focus on the mentoring program. So thank you to everyone who's brought us here. A little bit about the background and specialty for our mentees. We have from law to information technology, procurement, international relations. Really, we never know who's going to apply for our mentorship program. So we just open the applications and we'll see what we get and we'll screen through them. We know our mentors, we know their specialties, but the mentees, we really don't know which countries they're going to come from. We do encourage from US and global because it's virtual, we can reach more countries. So this is just a snap view of where the mentees this year, this particular cohort 2 have been, what they've been doing. And some of them are students and some of them are also already working, they have families. So we're not just dealing with only students for cohort 2. It's been a journey. So this is a quick view of our first cohort. We're all in Nigeria, which is great. And then this cohort, we have more mentees who are also going to be our ambassadors, tell other people about the mentorship program, continue to lead, continue to share, and be mentors in training yourself. So once you have your light, help other people to shine their light. Okay. So this is our portfolio of our current mentors. We're also opening up to new mentors so we can give our mentors a break. Some from the first cohort took a break, some came back on board. So definitely we have a number of mentors as well. They're not just scientists, they're business owners, everybody's is a professional doing wonderful things in the industry. And the good thing is we're all based in the US, but we're not limited to the US. We would like to have mentors also in other parts of the world, UK and Africa, because of the time zone. So we'll have some overlap and closer to the mentees. And I'm assuming we're going to get more mentees also from other parts of Africa. So I want to thank all our mentors for their time. They're busy, but yes, they've carved out the time to share and pay forward to this younger generation. Thank you very much. Okay, a little bit about what we've collected on testimonials. Then I will open it up to, actually, I'm going to go back to introductions and ask the mentees what. Mentees, please, could you, when we get to your presentations, please introduce yourself a bit more and then talk about what you've accomplished. So I'm about to open it up. But Dengue is one of our mentees from the first cohort, and he did share some testimonials. Everybody shares testimonials, actually, but I just found this was handy. And we did an assessment with second cohort as well. Like, okay, what worked well for you? And this is a snapshot of what our mentees, we got 7 out of 9 responses. They appreciated the one-on-one with a mentor, self-improvement, problem solving, and personal development. So we hope we've helped the mentees grow significantly in your journey, and we're so excited to be part of your journey. So I am going to take a break here and open it up to take some comments first from the mentors, and then we'll take comments from the mentees. So our mentors, please, here's your chance to chime in. Or would you prefer your mentees go first about testimonials?
I think it would be better for the mentees to go first, right? Because it was for them more than us, and just to realize the benefit of, what they received from this effort, right? So the feedback will help us on the next cohort, right? So the feedback from them, I think, is more important than what we believe or what we think we did, right? So I think from them will be good.
Okay, so Mercy, I will call on you first, and then you will bring in the others. So we'll go from Kenya to Ghana to Nigeria. Okay, Mercy, please lead the way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this opportunity. I am really excited for the day. We've really been waiting for this ceremony, and it's great that it's happening now. And I want to say that from the mentorship program, from the 12-week mentorship program, I've really learned a lot. It has been a great experience. It has been a tremendous experience. I had a lot of things to work on. I had a lot of skills that I wanted to work on and improve on. And with the mentorship and with the help of my mentor, Della, my mentor is Della Antonio. He's really helped me greatly. He has helped me see those skills. He has helped me work on them. And I've really achieved a lot. This mentorship has changed me personally. It has changed my perspective. It has helped in my personal development, even professionally. It has been great for me. I really appreciate making us part of this and making me one of your mentees. It has been a great experience all through, and I really can't wait to share with you even my presentations and what I've learned. And thank you so much. Thank you to all our mentors and even our mentees. We've really cooperated well with our coordinators, and it has been a great experience. So thank you very much.
Fantastic.
I'd like to welcome Gibson from Kenya.
Yes, and please put on your video, if possible, so we can see your faces, real faces. Thank you. Gibson, over to you.
Thank you. I'm Gibson from Kenya, and my mentor has been Sir Eric. And I really want to thank him for being patient with me now that I'll say joining VO as a mentee was timely, because it was a period when I had struggled with life some a bit. Then I'd only secured an internship job, data entry, as a data entry clerk. And it was all over in my mind that maybe I need to look for something better. And all these things were getting over my head. And when we started the mentorship program in August, Sir Eric told me that I need one to appreciate the opportunity that I have. appreciate where I am first before I start seeking for other opportunities. So one thing I'll say that this mentorship has been a holistic development to me, because one, it has changed my perspective of how I view things and how I even my drive for success. Sometime I was on duty at night, and he was so understanding. I'll say today my CV looks good. My LinkedIn account looks good because of this mentorship. We have worked on it, and he has been supportive to improving my CV. I send and edit. I'll say today I can write a good cover letter when doing an application because of this mentorship, and just the positivity that I have, to an extent that during weekends there's an organization here in Kenya, a place called Kisumu, which deals with youths, and I also volunteer there as a mentor. And I've learned a lot from VOA, to an extent that there are things that I've learned here that I share with other youths or other adolescents, and I feel like I've been empowered to empower others, and I'll be an ambassador of VOA charity, and I feel proud today for being an attendee, or rather being part of the second cohort. Thank you. I think I will welcome Gideon. I saw him in.
So I'm Gideon Onditi from Kenya, and I really want to commend this organization, VOA Foundation, for doing this or giving us this noble chance to be a part of this mentorship program. For me, I can say that I have learned a lot. You know, I think my path now is more clear. You know, I cannot say it was never clear, but, you know, it was not that clear as it is now. So I really want to thank my mentors, specifically EB. You know, I don't think that I even have words for, you know, I don't know how much I can even thank him. He has been of tremendous help. He has showed me things that has really helped me look at life differently, I can say. You know, he took me through this personality test program, you know, and I have been in contact with these people even through my email almost every week, you know. And he was really, he really told me that, you know, when it comes to personality, you know, it changes. And, you know, it changes with their career, it changes with their social life. And that has been of tremendous help. Yeah, so I don't have much. I think I'll have my deliverables. And yeah, I'm just grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone, and greetings. My name is Menza Ignatius from Ghana. And firstly, I would like to show my appreciation to everyone and all the heads. And also, I also like to express my gratitude to Mr. Routine, my mentor. He has been very helpful. He always ensured my path was clear, equipped me into the real world, and also made me gain lots of skills. One thing I like about him is his patience with me and how he always takes time to make sure I get what we are actually doing. I'll show more and also express more of my gratitude during my deliverables. But lastly, I also like to thank Mr. Eric for recommending this mentorship to me. Thank you so much, and thank you.
Thank you, Kobe. It's a pleasure to have you. And you and your mentor had a ball all the time. All right. So let's go to Nigeria.
From me, I will say good evening. I'm Ido Babalola from Nigeria. First and foremost, I want to appreciate VOA for the opportunity to learn under the organization. And I will also thank my mentor, Mentoria, for the opportunity to learn under her. I will want to say that I will say she's much more than a mentor because she has created a space, a safe place for me to be able to come in at any time and be open to her. So I've been open to my mentor. There is nothing I cannot tell her because I believe that telling her anything I pass through, we bring a solution to me and we bring a way forward. She has done that over and over again. She has mentored me to face some particular challenges. I will say that there was a time during this one of our sessions that I was discussing about my challenges regarding my academic with her, and she told me some stuff which I actually used and things work out to be great. That's one, and I will also want to say it is a privilege to learn under her. It's a privilege to know the kind of person that she is. And I will say it will always be a privilege to learn continually under her because she gave me a space in which even after this mentorship program, I will still be able to go back to her and say this and this are what that I need, and she'll be able to put me through. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to all the mentors. Thank you to Anu also for all of those sections, the life hack that I handled and all of those stuff. I want to say thank you very much. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I want to thank VOA. I want to thank you, especially Dr. Victoria, and to my mentor, Dr. Jules. Thank you very much for your support. I understand that time was not. It was a short time we spent together, but regardless, I learned a lot from you. I was able to map out a particular a particular path for me to take, and I'm going to still follow that path. It's not a one day thing. It's not a one day journey. It's more or less like a lifetime journey to improvement, both personally, career wise. So I'm very, very appreciative. Then thank you, Anu, for the insights on how to manage uh, my employment. When I had a situation with my job trying to manage HR and my company and deliverables. So Anu stepped in to help me out to get a clearer picture, and thank you for that. I followed your advice and it worked. So thank you. Thank you. I can't remember her name, Neha, for our life coach. Thank you very much for your session. So yes, this is Bruno. I'm signing out.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lisa Ogo, and first of all, I would like to thank VOA Charity for creating this platform for youth to be able to learn from people who have made it in their field. It's not something that we really have here in Nigeria. It's mostly a situation of they drop you into the water and you learn how to swim. But this is teaching us how to swim gradually, and I really want to appreciate you for it. I would also like to thank my mentor, Miss Victoria. I remember the first session I had with her. I was terrified. I was terrified, honestly. But I remember how she calmed me down and how she really laid out a groundwork. And since then, it's been life changing. I honestly can't put it into words. I just want to say thank you very much for everything you've done, for everything you are doing for me. I can't thank you enough. And also, I would like to thank Miss Neha for your live sessions. I'm so sorry I missed the first one, but I was able to make it for the second one, and it was really impactful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. All right, we've heard from all our mentees who are here, but we have two of our alumni from Cohort 1, Emmanuel and Nengi also. Do you mind just sharing a few words and tell us how you're doing? Thank you for joining today.
My name is Ukucha Emmanuel. So good evening, everybody. My name is Ukucha Emmanuel, medical student at the College of Medicine. So My journey throughout Cohort 1 was actually very nice. It was very amazing. I actually learned a lot from my mentor. That was Dr. Onidi Amaka. So from my session with her, I was able to gain a lot of insights to apply in navigating my journey throughout medical school. So from the program, she advised me to not just focus on academics alone, that apart from academics, I should also try as much as possible to apply my skills in other areas like leadership skills, like I should focus on communication skills, I should focus on building myself generally. So, and I have actually tried to apply those lessons I learned from her. So currently I volunteer with some organizations like Cardio Health. I volunteer with organizations like Health Emergency Initiative. So taking her advice. So I don't just want to focus on one aspect like medical school and academics alone. So I've decided to venture into other aspects, into leadership positions. So talking about leadership positions, I had to go into a particular youth program organized by Lagos State Government, which is known as the Ipile Youth Academy. So in this academy, what we do is we bring out projects to make impacts in our communities. So we recently did one to commemorate the HIV/AIDS Day, which is celebrated recently. So what we did was we organized projects to educate people more about HIV and then the stereotypes regarding HIV/AIDS. So generally, I just want to say a very big thank you to VOA for organizing this mentorship program, because it has actually added a lot of value to my life. It has built me as a person, and it has made me become a better version of myself in general. So I just want to say a very big thank you to my mentor, to the program in general, to Dr. Victoria for putting this initiative together for us all. So thank you very much, and it's really nice to celebrate with Cohort too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. We appreciate that, and we're very proud of you. And yes, Emmanuel does volunteer. Anytime we have any need for volunteers in Lagos, whether it's teaching CPR and doing our STEM events, we call on Emmanuel, one of our mentees in Lagos, and he goes. And the Cohort 1 also, we had a program with one of our mentors, Michael Ogunsoya, had an event at the Motherless Children's Facility in Lagos. And we recommended some of our mentees to go. From Cohort 1, we had volunteers who also went, just imbibing into them that it's not, you have a lot to give, and you don't have to be a billionaire to be a philanthropist or to give back. It starts now. So that's what we are very proud of them, that they're already living the life and teaching others and giving back. So when they become millionaires, it'll be easy. They're not learning anything new. Okay, Nengi, are you available to speak? Nengi.
Good day, everyone. Okay, so my name is Nengi Adoke Karibo Briggs. I was part of the Cohort 1, which was earlier this year, around February period. And my mentor was Mr. Umesh. He's a computer scientist, and during the whole time I was with VOA, I learned a lot of things, ranging from one valuable thing I learned was how to better communicate myself with people. And an advantage of the mentorship program was that I was able to work with people to sort of put myself out there, to be able to work with people and get to know people in different fields, from other mentors too. We had other mentors talk to us. So I also learned how to, specifically we learned in AI, artificial intelligence. That was where we focused on from me and my mentor. He also taught me how to balance school and work and pleasure and all those things. So I'll be able to have time, because he told me his experiences when he was in school. He also mentored me on how to handle all those things. And that was how the mentorship program was. It was amazing, and I learned a lot of valuable assets. And I was also gifted with a laptop courtesy of VOA. I was also glad for that. Thank you so much. And yeah, the mentorship program was amazing, and I loved it. And yeah, I just had a lot to say, but I'm just cutting it short for now because you guys are on a time constraint.
Thank you, Nengi, and thank you for
So,
your
thank you.
support to the-
Victoria, I just have a point, and this is for actually Nengi. So Nengi, I know like Umesh couldn't join because he's out of country, and for people who don't know, Umesh is my husband, so that's the reason I'm talking on his behalf. But Nengi, he's super proud of you because he still talks about you, and he is really proud of you. Every time we just discuss about VOA charity and we talk about you, I can see that smile on his face. So I would just say on his behalf that I will take the privilege to just talk on his behalf right now, because yeah, he was talking about today, and but he's in India. It's 3 a.m. Like it's 2:30 a.m. there, so that's the reason he couldn't join. But yeah, you're doing great, and just continue what you are doing. So yeah, good luck.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you, Nihar, and thank you, Himesh. Yes, we're very impressed with what we've built here and the impact. And the impact that we see is not just one way, it's both ways. The mentors are equally impacted. So thank you for sharing your stories. We'll also go into the section where the mentors can now share their talk. I believe we've heard from all our mentees. Is there any mentee that has not spoken? I think we are good. All right, Sir Eric, we will start with you, and then you can pass it on.
Oh, okay. My mentee is Gibson, and like you mentioned before, he's actually a graduate already, right? So he already had a full-time job, and he already has a family and everything else. So my approach with him was a little bit different, right? So it wasn't so much advising as discussing, what we should do next and everything else. His background is, his degree is actually in international relations, and now he's doing IT work in terms of database, data entry, and everything else. So one of my advice to him was the best job you ever have is the current job you have, right? It's easier to get a job when you already have a job. Because if you're going in and you don't have a job, you have to explain why you don't have a job, right? And so part of our discussion was, you're where you're at. So now how do we build off of that? And so we decided to go ahead and concentrate on the CV and also on building the cover letter to look for opportunities as we move forward. And it's been a great discussion because when we couldn't meet because he does shift work, we could at least connect on LinkedIn and then, working on the CVs, sending back and forth and stuff. And it's actually worked out well. So for the mentors, what I would say is meet your mentees where they're at in terms of the situation and then cater to them, right? So it's not about us, it's more about them and what they need. And part of our discussion was, okay, how can we make this work for your situation? And I think he showed a lot of potential. I mean, he could go far. And what I like about it is his attitude toward everything. And you see through his presentation, he is very thoughtful and very accommodating to me because I said, okay, I'm making myself available. What's happening and how can I support? And then he will respond and we'll go back and forth and everything else. So I think this is a great experience, right? Because, my time in the Air Force as a commander and everything else, what I learned is sometimes you don't want to become too overbearing or preachy to people in terms of you're telling them what they need to do because of your experience. But mentoring is about a partnership, right? And so that's what I like about that experience this time. And then last time too with Angela, they all have plans. Our job is to kind of help where we can. And so it's been a great experience. So I know we have more people to present their mentees, but it's been a great experience so far.
Thank you, Eric. This is good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nihal, would you like to go next? And then you can call on somebody. So give us like a 1 minute spiel.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. So my mentee is ITO, and I'm just so proud of him. I think I have mentioned in one of our mentors meeting as well, because the way he was picking up things and he was really trying to implement it in his life, that was kind of so motivating for me because like Victoria, as you said, that it's not just for mentees, it's even for mentors. When we talk about something and when we see that your mentee is picking up on that and like trying to do better, trying to implement it, trying to see if he or she is able to do it or not, it's like it's a self motivation. So, and honestly, he just made this journey so smooth because just being so accommodating. He has always been like, whenever I have reached out to him, okay, let's schedule a session on this day. He has just been, okay, I'll be there. And he was there. I was pretty impressed when I just like, while in our conversations, I kind of just mentioned a couple of things, like just read this book if you have ever, and next time he used to tell me, oh, I got this book, I have read this book. So it just shows that he's really keen to implement good things in life. So I would just tell you, Ideo, that, keep up the good work because life is a journey and it's all about learning. And it's all about, like just stay curious. And I can see that he's very curious to learn things. He's very curious to implement things. Even in the presentation he shared with me, which is going to present today, I could see he was really trying. He little bit picked up on small statements which I used while like I was in the session. And when I was going through the presentation, I was like, oh, did I like teach him that? Oh, okay, probably in this conversation I just mentioned it. So it shows that how focused he is in person. And in fact, not only him, every mentee whom I actually got in touch with, I could see that hunger to learn and to do better in life. So, and I think that credit definitely goes to all the mentees to support this program, to leverage it in such a positive way, and to support all the mentors and make the journey smooth. So good job. Like, just keep it up.
Thank you, Neha. And thanks for sharing all those life skills to make us better people.
For sure. Yeah, that's how I learned. I keep reminding myself, okay, you have to do this. You have been telling people about it. So yeah.
Great. Okay. Who do you call on, Neha?
Victoria? Yeah.
All right.
Here's this one on the screen. So I'm just passing it on.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My mentee is Lisa. And for me, it was the first 30 minutes I met with her, I was just listening to her because I was trying to listen for the unspoken words. And then it became apparent to me that she was kind of lost. She didn't know she did a direction, not necessarily to preach to her. She just wanted to find herself. She wanted to know who she was. She wanted to stand in her truths. And I became a 20-year-old because I put myself in her position. And having had 3 grown-up kids, I kind of put on my parenting hat, put on the lecturer's hat, put on the student's hat, and put on the 20-year-old's hat. And I did more listening, and the more she fed me with what she wanted to do, the more I directed her. And I saw her blossom. She came to me unsure of herself, not knowing what to do, kind of lost. And a girl studying medicine, she didn't know what to expect. And from listening to her, actively listening to her, and implementing strategies to help her navigate the terrain, I would definitely say Lisa has come full circle. She has found her voice, she's standing in the truth, and she's not taking any prisoners. She has the confidence, and I know that this is just the beginning for Lisa. And I know that after this graduation, I just know that I will still be in Lisa's life because being 20 years old, I just don't want to step back. I just still want to be there for her, and she knows that. And Lisa would call me 3-4 times a week. It didn't have to be what was stipulated. We spoke literally every other day, or sometimes multiple times a day, because I wanted her to know that I was there for her no matter what. And I'm so proud of her. She has come full circle, and I know that the sky is the limit, and I'll be walking with her every step of the way. So good job, Lisa.
Thank you. So glad to hear that. So let's go. Who do you call on next for mentor so we can wrap up quickly and get into the deliverables? I can't wait.
I guess it's Rotimi a mentor?
Yes.
Okay, Rotimi, yours.
And Rotimi can think of who to call next. And next.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Rotimi, and my mentee was Ignatius Kobe. It was a wonderful experience working with him. We met almost every 2 weeks, and we will decide on the theme of what we want to talk about early on. And he always came prepared. He was always on time, and it was always a full event. We talked about things, and I saw a lot of parallels in his journey and the journey I've had so far. This struggle, early career, you're also trying to be an entrepreneur. You're also trying to, you have so many things you're trying to do at the same time, but you don't know how to prioritize it or how to get there. I appreciate his approach of just he just starts and then he figures it out as he goes. So my job was more about, okay, guiding him. Have you thought about this? How do you consider this? Have you tried narrowing down the scope and things like that? So, and I think the other thing we really focused on was, especially as he's early in his career, how to add value to your current role in such a way that you stand out and, everybody you stand out from your peers. And so we talked about, problem solving, how to think about problems, how to measure your success, how to make sure that, things are going the way you want them to go, and mostly how to brand yourself. Because it's not, being quiet. It's also something I struggle with. You're quiet and you hope that your work will speak for you, but you also have to be able to speak for yourself. You have to be able to, present yourself in the right setting, let your resume talk for you and things like that. So those were some things we really focused on. And I really enjoyed all the sessions. He's a bright young man with a very bright future ahead of him. And I wish him the best. And I've also told him the relationship doesn't stop here. I'm rooting for him, and you can always reach out to me with any question as we go along. And I'll pass it on to Della.
So thank you, Rotimi. Really impressive. Well done.
All right, hello, everyone. As Mercy was my mentee, and yeah, I just want to say that it's been a good mentorship program. Because when I first connected with Mercy, I think she was kind of more reserved, but as we talked more when we met weekly, I think she began to open up, and I was able to explore some of her interests in writing and also help her navigate some challenges she faced, stepping into a leadership position at work, and overall just handling the different challenges in life. And it was generally good to be able to connect with someone, kind of give back, because I think, like one of the mentees said, it seems like, a lot of the youth in Africa might not have the right support they need, especially as they're becoming career professionals, and how there's a lot of opportunity, especially in the modern age, to make a name for yourself, or to contribute, or to or just create something that is value, impact the lives of others. So and like I said, I generally enjoyed really connecting with Mercy, and I think she's grown a lot, she's transformed a lot, she's a lot more confident now, and a lot more a lot more developed in several ways that I think she'll go into it during her presentation. And I guess I'm not.
Thank you, Della.
No.
I think we have two. All right, who are you calling next for the mentors?
Okay, I guess it'd be nice to have a list, but who's pending? But
let me help you. Ibi's here, and he's on camera.
Okay, thank you, Della. So I worked with Gideon, and he was interested in exploring different career paths. The one thing that I like to focus on, at least that I'm aware of, is often as mentors, we're like, do this, do that, add 2 cups of this to 2 cups of blah, 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 and boil it, whatever. But my approach is always to take a step back and try to understand their personalities, because often, like, until I took a Myers-Briggs test when I was in college, like, I was like, what is that? But your personality has or plays a key role or plays a key function, not only in terms of your career choices, but based on what career you have, that also tweaks or changes your personality. Because for you to be really good at something, you have to have those personality traits. So that was something we focused on with him doing a DISC assessment. Also learning from others as opposed to making assumptions. So I encouraged them to reach out to other people in the space, because how you might, if you're looking at something from the outside, you might kind of glamorize what that role entails. Whereas when you actually interact with the individual, you might find out that, oh, that glamorous part of the role that they have might only be 10 or even 5% of the job. And the rest of the time, it's like boring, tedious, really difficult. You're doing tons of calculations, your brain hurts from doing all that thinking. So I encourage them to reach out to not only individuals in Kenya, but individuals abroad to gain a better understanding of what their roles or their jobs are like. And then part of it also for me is of having a deeper understanding of yourself. So I always like focusing on values, because at the end of the day, when you don't have anything, right? Like when you look at a value chart, it has like, 100, a gazillion different traits. Like, oh, I like this. I like that. But no, I don't want you like liking this, liking that. Give me 3 values that, like, at the end of the day, if you take everything away, which 3 values? And so for me, that was something that I encouraged him to do, because part of it is also being naturally curious. So at the end of the day, I believe I was able to provide him with some tools that he can leverage in terms of exploring the various career paths that he's interested in.
All right. Thank you, EB. This is good. Thank you for your good work. And Marvelous, thank you for joining from Cohort 1. Okay, let's pass it on to Ola quickly as our mentors speak, and then we will change section. Thank you.
Hi, everyone, and thanks for the opportunity. I'm going to be a little bit brief. So my mentee was Alphonse Oditi. So basically, I would say for Alphonse, is more of a mixture of good and bad. Like every aspiring young person, they always have a lot of things on their plate. So for me, I would say Alphonse is more of, he knows what he wants. Basically, that's how I'll put it. He wants to get out of the rat race. He wants to be an entrepreneur, but he basically lacks the discipline to get there. Which is one thing I made him understand, that for you to be an entrepreneur, because our educational system is wired in such a way that it teaches us to be an employee. To be an entrepreneur, you need to step out of the box. You need to be disciplined. You need to be able to put in the hours. You need to be able to do things differently. So these are kind of the values he lacks, and he's always trying to cut corners, just like you give someone an assignment. So he's still thinking more like he's still in school. They tell you to deliver A, B, C, and he's just going to go ahead and do the bare minimum. He's not even able to think out of the box. I helped him as much as I can, and even give him pointers and tell him, nobody's going to spoon feed you. If you want to be an employee, it's easy. Just get a job, sit down there, do whatever they ask you to do, and then you'll be fine. You get your paycheck. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to think out of the box. You need to be disciplined. You need to be able to put in the hours. You need to be able to fashion out exactly what you need. You need to think about your financials. You need to think about your profits, revenue, strategies, how you're going to meet people, pitch deck presentation, business formats, a whole lot of things. So I try to do all these hands as much as I can, but ultimately the main part of the work still depends on him. So we had like 6 sections. He only showed up for 4. For some of the 4s which he showed up for and his deliverables, I was able to point him in where he should do and how he could achieve his dream. Because his dream is good, like I said, but it's just that he needs that discipline and focus to be able to get there. And so I just gave him the right tools to help him. And hopefully, with time, which I think he will, with time, he will probably learn the hard way to know, okay, if this is the path I've decided to go, then I need to really sit up and I need to be able to deliver, because you're not delivering for people, you're delivering for yourself. And that becomes more of your livelihood. So, yeah, that's what I would say. But generally, like I said, I think he does have the potential. He just needs to, sit back, rearrange his priorities, and just try to go for it and put in more of the effort. It's so basically for me, because I was at Cohort 1 as well, and I think my mentee then was, I can't remember her name. Her name just skips me right now. But
you had
sorry?
Anno?
I can't remember, but it was a very nice girl. I can't remember her name. So
Tano.
it was who?
Tano.
Yes. So unfortunately, for me, most of my mentees are always people that want to do something extra apart from being an entrepreneur. They always want to be apart from being an employee, they always want to have like a side gig. And that was the same thing with Tano as well. But unlike Afons, Tano really wanted to do it, but she was incapacitated based on the fact that, she was in school, she had network issues, and then she always tried to make up time to kind of, cover up. So they're just kind of like, basically what I'm trying to say is it's almost the same kind of flow, the same trend, even though they are in completely different parts of the world. I think Afons was in Kenya. Tano was in Nigeria. I think Tano was studying something like, I think, industrial mathematics. Afon studied logistics and procurement. So these are two different people, female and male, but they have kind of the same idea of, okay, I want to get out of the rat race. I want to be able to do something different and all that. So,
thank you.
So that's more of what it is. So for me, it's been an experience, it's been an experience. Thank VOA for the opportunity. I mean, it's just good that you just keep saying, you meet two different people. They want the same idea. They have an idea of where they want to be. They just need the right tool to push them to it. And with the right support, like mentorship, provided they want to, then they are able to get that. That's one of the things that most of us missed while growing up, and we just have to figure it ourselves. So keep up the good work, VOA. Keep bringing in people, hopefully, and the people you bring in, then they keep, try to pass on the torch to other people and keep lighting up the, what I call it, candle or the light of every other person, and the knowledge keeps flowing. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ola, for the feedback. Alphonse is not here today, but we will definitely relay the message to him. And we hope that he'll get the opportunity in future to do better. So Anu, would you like to say something? Anu is our mentoring coordinator for Cohort 2, and she was highly responsible for engaging both mentors and the mentees and keeping us on track. Would you like to say a word before we go into deliverables, please?
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I was part of Cohort 1 as well. I'm part of Cohort 2, and I must say that we are blessed to have great potential, in our mentees. And, they kind of come with different attributes, different experiences. And I'm glad that they're all excited to work with us, to help them be better in their journey. And I think I'm actually impressed with the program. The Cohort 2 is way better than Cohort 1 was. And as we prepare for the next cohort, I'm excited to see things unfold, as we're learning, we're making more impact, and our impact is also going wide. So maybe we'll have mentees from Europe and North America this next time, So, we keep growing, and we're so grateful for this opportunity. Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Yes. Thanks so much. All right. We've all spoken, and the next is to go through the deliverables. So I believe, yes, deliverables. So now we're going to go through each mentee's deliverables. And this is a requirement to be counted as a completer for the mentorship program. So Mercy, I will call on you first and let me know if you like me to share your uploaded slides or if you want to share yourself.
Thank you. I'd like you to share for me the uploaded slides.
Okay, cool. I think this is yours. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
All right, let's do it.
All right, thank you. So with my presentation, I had 5-page slides. And from the first page as shown in the screen, I highlighted my name, where I come from, which is Kenya, and then my mentor's name, who is Della Antonio. And then on to the next slide. This is where I wrote my program goals, the mentorship goals that I wanted to achieve by the end of the mentorship. And I was privileged to get guidance on the following because I had a challenge working on the following, which was leadership, managing effective communication, keeping a positive mindset, pursuing my passion and even identifying it. As I was starting the mentorship, I didn't really know my passion, my exact passion. And then I had a challenge with my time management and also my general emotional well-being. And onto the third slide. Now these are the things that I learned, and I put them on key points so that at least it can be easier and faster. Onto the first one, I was able to identify my passion, which is writing articles. I was able to pursue it and sustain it by practicing it. With the help of my mentor, Della, he'd check on me after every weekly sessions that we had, and I'd come up with the topics, share with him, and then I'd write on the topics and send to him. He also helped me even make an account in medium.com, and I managed to upload an article there, and I got great feedback from it, and that was great for me. On to the second one, leadership and maintaining quality assurance plus healthy work dynamics. I want to be really grateful to mentor Eric Amisa. I had an opportunity to talk to him about this, and it's because I got an opportunity to be given a leadership role at my work. I was promoted to be a head of a department, and at first I didn't really know what to do, but I thought, and I remember that I am in a mentorship program right now, and I have the right people that can help me navigate this. I reached out to my mentor Della, and he connected me with mentor Eric, and it was great experience. They really taught me a lot of things, and it has been great since then. I really appreciate that. On to my third learning area. I learned on keeping a positive mindset as I pursue my goals and even my drive towards success. This one, I was helped by life coach Neha. Neha came through for me on this. There's a time I had a problem with my colleagues. I reached out to our coordinator, Anu, and she made it. She made sure that I got the help from Neha that I needed. And I want to really appreciate you. It has been a great impact onto my life. And like my mentor even said, I was reserved at first, but now I got to be a leader. And it is a very great experience because it has really helped me. And onto my fourth point, I've managed to work and improve on my time management and being more intentional with it. I used to get into our meetings on time. I'd work on my times. I'd schedule my meetings well. Even with my juniors now, I can schedule our programs with them well. And it has been great. And it is good for me, and I appreciate that. Lastly, with the help of my mentor, Della, I'm in a good place emotionally, and I've learned that life is a blessing at every moment, and we should keep believing in ourselves. And he'd check up on me every week and ask me, after the end of our session, he'd ask me that, how are you mentally? How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Are you okay emotionally? And that checking up on me every time helped me a lot to even sit back by myself and reflect on the things that I've been going through, the things that I've managed to work on. And I appreciate that. On to my fourth slide. these ones are the goals that I have moving forward. This mentorship, as much as it has been a great improvement into my life, it has also inspired me a lot. I really aspire to achieve widely in my field, my professional path. I'm in an engineering field, and being a lady in this field has been a challenge, but I've been inspired by this program. By the STEM program, it has inspired me because now it is gender, it can balance both genders because all ladies and men, we can work both in all the STEM programs and we're going to achieve it. I also aspire to work together with VOA Foundation and explore various networking opportunities to reach out to the African community and even globally. I'd really like you people to even make us as your mentors from Kenya one day, and you can pass the test of being mentors and even coordinating with us when there are maybe workshops that we can do in Kenya, and we really appreciate that. And I also hope to lead a fulfilling life. I'm constantly learning and growing and to leave a lasting legacy. This mentorship has helped me, sorry, it has helped me realize that growth never ends. You grow each and every day, and it is not measured by age. You can grow even at your old age. Even when you're young, you can still grow. And thank you very much. On to my last slide. This is my conclusion, and I want to say I'm very much humbled to be part of this mentorship and to be part of this foundation. And it has been the best experience throughout the mentorship, and I've had a lot of guidance from my mentor and even other mentors, from Life Coach Neha, from Mentor Eric, from everybody. It has been great. I'd also like to thank the team at large, from our President, Dr. Victoria. You've been great. You've been considerate to us, and even our coordinator, Anu. Truly appreciate this opportunity, and I'm happy to be part of the VOA Foundation family. It does not end here. We will remain to be part of this family forever. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm done.
Wow, that is super impressive. Thank you, Mercy. I have no
Thank
words.
you.
Thank you. Okay, that was pretty impressive. I'm still learning too. All right, Lisa, would you like to go next and share with us your deliverable? And after Lisa,
okay,
Kobe will be next. After Lisa,
Okay.
Kobe.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Would you like me to share something, or you shared your?
Yes, please. Yes, please help me share it.
Okay. Okay, this is yours, right? Can you see my screen? This is yours? Yes.
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Okay, please go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you, Ms. Victoria. Okay, I decided to present my deliverable as an essay because I tend to express myself better in writing, and I also wanted to use this as a form of practice for what my mentor and I have been talking about. Okay, my essay is titled "Finding My Way: My Experience as a Mentee with VOA Charity Organization." There was a time in my life when I felt completely disoriented, unsure of how to navigate my personal and professional growth. I had dreams but lacked the confidence and clarity and direction to pursue them. Everything felt overwhelming, and my potential seemed buried under self doubt and fear of failure. Joining the mentorship program with VOA Charity Organization marked a turning point in my life, helping me find a clear path forward. The program not only guided me, but also empowered me to believe in myself and inspired me to encourage others on a similar journey. Before becoming a mentee with VOA Charity Organization, I was in a state of confusion and uncertainty. Despite having aspirations, I struggled to turn them into actionable goals. Every decision felt like a risk, and I was paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice. I lacked confidence in my abilities and often questioned whether I was good enough to succeed. One of the most challenging aspects of that period was feeling isolated. While I had a support system of family and friends, I felt they couldn't fully understand the professional struggles I faced. Networking opportunities seemed intimidating, and I didn't know how to make meaningful connections in the professional world. I knew I needed guidance, but wasn't sure where to turn. This sense of being lost extended beyond my career aspirations. It also affected my self esteem. I often compared myself to others who seemed more accomplished and confident and secure in their paths. The more I compared, the more inadequate I felt. I desperately wanted to break free from this cycle, but I didn't know how to begin. When I first learned about the mentorship program offered by VOA Charity Organization, I was both excited and apprehensive. I hoped the program would help me find clarity, but part of me worried about whether I truly belonged there. Despite these doubts, I decided to take the leap, and it turned out to be one of the best decisions of my life. From the very first session, I realized that VOA's mentorship program was a safe and supportive space. My mentor was not only knowledgeable, but also deeply compassionate and understanding. She took the time to listen to my concerns, validate my feelings, and help me identify my strengths. This was a revelation for me, as I had rarely paused to acknowledge what I was good at. The program was structured in a way that encouraged gradual growth. Through workshops, one-on-one sessions, and group discussions, I began to understand the importance of setting achievable goals. My mentor guided me through the process of breaking down my ambitions into manageable steps, which made them feel less overwhelming. Each small victory built my confidence and motivated me to keep moving forward. One of the most impactful aspects of the program was learning how to communicate effectively. I had always been hesitant to express my ideas or assert myself in professional settings, fearing rejection or judgment. The mentorship sessions helped me develop these skills, and over time, I became more comfortable sharing my thoughts and advocating for myself. I learned that my voice mattered and that I had valuable contributions to make. As the program progressed, I began to notice a shift in my mindset. Where I once felt unsure and hesitant, I now felt confident and capable. I no longer view challenges as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to learn and grow. My mentor's encouragement helped me see that failure was not something to fear, but rather a stepping stone towards success. Networking, which had previously intimidated me, became an area where I started to thrive. The program provided opportunities to connect with other mentees, mentors, and professionals from diverse backgrounds. These interactions taught me the value of building relationships and seeking advice from others who had navigated similar paths. Perhaps most importantly, the program helped me to develop a sense of self-worth. I stopped comparing myself to others and started focusing on my own journey. I learned to celebrate my achievements, no matter how small, and to view setbacks as temporary rather than defining. This newfound confidence extended to all areas of my life, making me a stronger and more resilient person. As I reflect on my experience with VOA Charity Organization, I feel an immense sense of gratitude. The program has equipped me with the tools and mindset I need to continue growing in my professional field. I am now more intentional about setting goals, seeking out opportunities, and pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. However, my journey doesn't end here. The mentorship I received has inspired me to give back and support others who may be struggling as I once was. I believe that everyone has the potential to succeed, but sometimes all they need is a guiding hand or a word of encouragement. I hope to become that source of support for others, whether through formal mentorship programs or simply by sharing my experiences. I also recognize that growth is an ongoing process. While I have made significant progress, I know there is always more to learn and achieve. I am committed to continuing my development, seeking out new challenges, and embracing the opportunities that come my way. My journey as a mentee with VOA charity organization has been transformative. What began as a search for guidance turned into a life-changing experience that helped me rediscover my purpose, build meaningful connections, and develop a clear sense of purpose. I am no longer the disoriented and unsure person I once was. I am now someone who believes in their abilities and is ready to take on the future. This experience has not only changed my life, but also fueled a desire to inspire and empower others. To anyone who feels lost or uncertain, I want to say that help is out there. Programs like VOA's Mentorship Initiative can provide the support and direction you need to unlock your potential. With the right guidance and mindset, anything is possible.
Thank you, Lisa. That was deeply impactful. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa and Victoria, for working together and getting. Thank you. All right. I need to recover from that one. Kobe, would you like to say something, please?
Okay. Please, I'll be sharing about my deliverables from my end.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
But before I start, I would like to share a bit more about my journey with my mentor, Mr. Rutimi. So before I started, this was how my CV actually looked like. And initially, when I joined this mentorship, my self-confidence level was really low. And as of now, I can say I'm really good at expressing myself and also talking to others. And I'm currently serving in the National Service with the Ghana Revenue Authority, and I'm a graduate. So my mentor focused more about equipping me into the real world and how to do better in my field. Also, he taught me more about problem solving. And with that, he spoke more about identifying a problem and defining it, how to go about it, and not only that. So a typical example about this problem solving is my work field. We have works or tasks that we do that we always repeat daily when it comes to our database. So with the inspiration I got from my mentor, I was able to automate that work duty, which I was able to break it down from 30 minutes to a 2-minute stop. And also not only that, there was a project I was working on a recycling management, and Mr. Rutimi helped me identify the problem, and we were also able to cut the cost to a 0 section. So we found solution and also finding the target market. And also with that, he also made me get to know that before you be able to change the mindset of others, it's best to get to know their preference and their views. So one way was to send in forms and also communicate or something like a survey to get to know how people think about the waste management when it comes to Ghana. And I was able to get more solutions from that. So in this case, I was able to identify a problem and also find a solution for it. Before we started, this was how my CV looked like. It was a bit more clumsy. And he made it clear to me that it wouldn't be much presentable if I'm to go in for a real job. And I would like to display the current CV and how it looks like. Okay, so now this is how my current CV looks like. It talks more about myself, what I'm into, how I've been more equipped in my work field, and the kind of knowledge and skills I've also achieved so far. And also my mentor, Mr. Rutimi, I would like to say a very big thank you for the great work you've done. I thought it was impossible for me to get to this field, but I'm really grateful. And also big thanks to Mr. Eric for recommending this mentorship to me. And also not only that, Mr. Rutimi has also equipped me with skills in my field. I actually want to be a software developer and a tech entrepreneur. he equipped me into LinkedIn learning. He actually paid for me so I can also learn, and whenever I have a free time, I can also like get to equip myself more. So as of now, I'm well equipped when it comes to HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I'm also learning more about Python. And before I end everything, I also like to also share how far we were able to help. He was able to help me with my LinkedIn profile too. So I would be displaying it now. So please, as of now, this is how my LinkedIn profile looks. So we only now worked on self-confidence, problem solving. He also helped me with my resume and LinkedIn profile. And he made it clear to me that my LinkedIn profile is always going to be a continuous process and it won't always end here. Whichever level I get in life, I always have to update and also keep myself well equipped.
So, thank you. I want to talk about my internship journey under your program. I'm a mentor, Nea Sasena. So please next slide. That's the third slide.
So, second. Okay.
Okay. So, the journey started August 2nd, and it has been awesome. And one thing I want to say is the fact that my mentor is accommodating, the fact that it's amazing for me to have a white woman talking to me. I will say that even apart from what I learned, seeing a white woman talking to me, okay, as a man, I have to be so committed because I see it as a privilege. And everything I enjoy, everything I learn regarding this journey, I see all of them as a privilege because it has shaped my mind, it has shaped my thought, it has built a kind of self confidence and been able to develop in the terms of pursuing my goal. I want to, I also want to thank Anu also. Well, because I was able to handle some sections, the art section, the life art section, and it was a reason it has given me in diverse areas. So I want to say thank you. That this next slide, please. Okay. Now my growth. That's the first slide, the growth. So talking about my growth. Now, during the section that I have with my mentor, I was able to build a kind of self-confidence and have a positive outlook towards situation. I could remember that I shared some challenges that I had with my project professor because I'm presently working on my postgraduate project, and I shared some challenges I had with my supervisor, and she told me some stuff. She told me some of the best approach I can actually in which I put into place, and it really turned out to be good. Also, I learned to be grateful for everything that I enjoy. I learned to be grateful, to be thankful, to be happy, and enjoy the journey that I embarked on. Also, one thing professionally, I've been able to improve regarding my time management. I want to say one of the first challenges that I encountered then was how to balance the time difference because I think it has difference. So anytime she reached out to me that we'll be meeting at 10 a.m. in our own time, I'll be thinking, what's 10 a.m. I'll go and crash. I will miss it because I will be so conscious of it because sometimes I miss it up. I will think, okay, it's 5, then it should be 6. So it has helped me to actually pick my time management. So next slide, please. Okay, that's my expectation. My expectation. So that's thank you. Now, and that because I have diverse of expectations when I joined the program, which is personal and career growth and building confidence in this term of my life, which this expectation I actually met because the session that we had created a platform for me to grow and achieve my goal. You do tell me to enjoy the journey. You do tell me that life is full of talent. And when you enjoy what you are doing, you will find a way to overcome every challenge that you are facing. I want to say that these are not just ways, they are practical approaches in which I've actually worked in. And again, apart from that, when she recommended this the title Atomic Habits, when she recommended that I took up this challenge to read that book and it has changed my mindset, it has changed my perspective on how I do things, and it has really, really helped me to have a deeper sense of purpose and practice mindset. Now, next slide. Okay, now I have diverse challenges that I have doing the mentorship program. So one of it is networking use and time factor that I've mentioned. Time factor. But all of these challenges are not actually barriers. And I was able to attend all, I think I can boldly say that I was able to attend all the sections that my mentor proposed and also other sections. So we have these challenges, time factor, but I didn't see them as challenges. I see them as a stepping stone what I have to pass through to gain that which I want to gain because I know that good things does not come to us in our comfort places. So we have to move out of our comfort zone to get that which we want. So I didn't see any excuses and I didn't let them be excuses to me not to gain what I want to gain. So these are the challenges that I face. Next one. Thank you. So lesson learned, developing data time management and confidence and skills and adapted to finding alternative solutions, staying committed despite obstacles. So I've talked about that one. So I've been able to navigate no matter what comes my way. I've been able to navigate. Next slide. Okay, my take home, like what I said, I continually cultivate gratitude, self-discipline, and growth mindset. And also, I will stay connected with my mentor and share my progress in the future. Next slide. I think that should be the second to the last slide. So yes, I want to thank Voice of Affordable Education Charity. I want to thank my mentor, Nia Tasena. I want to thank my fellow mentees, Mercy, and the rest. And also, I want to thank the program coordinator for creating an atmosphere for me to learn, not just to learn, to become a better person. And I see it as a privilege because what I have now cannot be taken away from me. It's what I'm going to use to also impact others, which I'm actually using at this present moment. I can't thank the organization enough. I want to say. Now, the last slide. So I want to say thank you very much. All of these quotes in these slides are words spoken by my mentor, and if you can go there and study them and read them, I think it's going to impact your life.
Never stop learning. I love it. Thank you, Ido, for sharing your lessons learned. Thank you, Niha, for working with the group and with Ido as well. Awesome job. All right. Who's next to share deliverables? Fantastic job. Okay. So which mentee is ready to share? Gibson, Gideon, Bruno. If any one of you is ready to share, we can let us know so we can wrap up. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I'm Gibson from Kenya. So just briefly, when I joined VOA mentorship program, it was a time when I had just secured an internship opportunity to work in an organization that deals with the clinical research as an intern. And from my background, I have so much passion to do with the human rights, international relations, and maybe international development. So I was very much undecided. I was really looking for other opportunities without appreciating what I have. And I'll say when I joined VOA as a mentee, it was a period when I was whatever I was doing, I was so much in doubt with it. Considering maybe I was looking at the experiences I've had. I was doing a business and that business failed, and I started a family. And at that point, maybe I was now doing co-parenting. And I'll say the best thing that happened to me is being paired, and I'll say I was lucky enough to be paired with Sir Eric, who is an expert in I'll say international relations in terms of peacekeeping. Those are aspects that do with international relations, and I'll say as somebody who is doing diplomacy. He was so much in teaching me how to communicate, and he was really selfless to share information with me. And very onset, he taught me the power of appreciating where I am, appreciating the job I have, the data entry job that I have, and find how to improve myself within where I am first before I can think of looking for other opportunities. Because within that same period, I was looking for scholarships, maybe for masters. And it has changed my perspective. It has really changed my perspective with things to an extent that he also shared with me the information about University of the People, where I can learn online. I don't have to leave my country maybe to go and do a master's scholarship. I can write to University of the People and apply their scholarship there and do it from where I am. And I'll say generally my journey with VOA Charity has been I'll say a holistic development program. And I've networked life skills sessions with the coach Neha, and even networking with other mentees from other parts of the Africa, like Lisa. It's an appreciation. And above all, being that now I was already at work and I was looking for other opportunities, my mentor Sir Eric has really taken time to help me revamp my CV and my LinkedIn account. And if I just go quickly, if you look at now, this is my current CV, which we have worked with him. If it really looks better compared to what I had initially. And we have worked with him to improve this document to an extent that I'll keep improving it as I move forward. Then I'll say going forward, my intention is to give back to my community, because I feel like the passion I have, because even when I was getting to VOA, I had already started a process of even having an organization, Gibbs Light Africa, with a slogan, "Together we impact Africa." And I feel like I don't have to have another one because VOA already exists. So it's just a matter of to leverage on the network that I already have. And partner with VOA to an extent that I can be in Kenya and I can still impact my community, because currently during the weekends I volunteer with the International Youth Fellowship in Kisumu, Kenya, as a mentee. So I volunteer there, and there are a lot of things. There's even the book that we shared here. There's this book. I even went and picked a copy, Ikigai. This book has really changed my perspective, and I'll say generally, maybe to be really brief, that I'll stay focused, I'll stay positive with what I do, and I've realized that for me to impact my community, I don't have to be, or rather to be philanthropic. I don't have to be rich to do that. I can start with what I have, with the small steps, And I really appreciate to be part of. I really appreciate Sir Eric. Even during the times when I was on night shift, I was sometimes mostly on night shift during the schedules when we had scheduled a Zoom meeting. He used to understand, and we would talk on the LinkedIn or via email. And I appreciate him so much. I'll finish by saying that I'll always have smart goals for what I do and clear plans on how to achieve them. That's what I've learned from him. Thank you.
This is so incredible. Well done, Gibson. Well done. Thank you for sharing your goals and deliverables. Looks good. I'm excited for you and to work with you. So we'll stay connected. Well done.
Thank you.
Bruno, are you ready? So Bruno needs to share, and who else? Gideon, if you have something to share.
Okay, please go ahead.
All right. Do you want to pull up your deliverable or you need help?
Please help me out.
Okay.
So mine is more of a report than a slide. So it's just basically a summary of my discussion with Dr. Giles.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay. So it's basically a summary with my discussion with Dr. Giles and okay. So let me just go ahead and read from here. So during my mentorship period, Dr. Giles provided invaluable guidance on aligning my career path with my interest in healthcare data science, biomedical data science, and translational research. Below is a summary of the key activities and learning from our interaction. So I was this person. I had a lot of things. I had lots of ideas, but I more or less like I needed guidance to knowing what I'm supposed to do first instead of going like to know the steps I'm supposed to take. So the first discussion I had with him, I had to tell him what I want and what my aspiration is. So I want to be, or rather, I'm pushing towards healthcare, data science, and healthcare. So I am basically I am very meticulous about healthcare because I have a personal story when it comes to the health system. So and I actually have a product idea, but I don't know how to. I did not know how to achieve that, so I needed guidance. So what he advised me to do was, and right now I told him I'm basically in my learning phase. So he advised me to go for a master's to further my degree. He advised me to reach out to professors, to reach out to institutions, to reach out to similar people. Then, in as much as I am learning, I should also start working on what I want, the product I want to build. So we had this idea of learning by doing instead of the traditional learning, which basically is like what is practiced in Nigeria. So whereby, oh, you go to a class, you learn. So he did not want that approach. So he advised me to go to learn by doing. So that was like the keynotes of our discussion. Then I had some challenges when it comes to the data because with not HIPAA law, with data protection, it is very difficult to get data, especially in the health sector. So he mentioned a few repositories. I knew about Kaggle, but I needed something more realistic. So he pointed me to several repositories where I can get real life data, real world data, then use it to see if check if the data would be enough for my product and learn from other like other data sets on those repository. Um, so I think that's so basically what I learned from what I learned from what my giveaway, like rather my take home is you have to learn by doing, not just learning, and which I tell people nowadays. In as much as you acquire the knowledge, you have to put it into practice, and that is when it will stick. So the medical field, it's there's this saying: you observe one, rather you learn one, you do one, you teach one, and what that's my mantra now. I learn, I do, then I teach others, and that's when I know. Okay, so after I've completed, like I can pass my knowledge about a particular step or about a particular activity to someone else, to the best of my capacity and to the best of their own capacity, like for them to be able to understand what I'm teaching them, and I know I have understood this whole process. So I'm going by do one, you see one, you do one, and you teach one. So I want to use this opportunity to thank VOA, to thank my mentor, and in as much as I'm still doing my research, I'm still reaching out to people, I'm still communicating with people, I'm growing my network. I'm growing my network. So I know I still have my mentor to guide me, to put me through, or rather to like just to guide me, and I'm very appreciative for that. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Bruno. That was impressive. Well done. Okay. Gideon, do you have something to share before we wrap up? Okay.
Yes, let me just share.
Okay.
Can you help me share? I've just uploaded it right now.
Yes, we'll share for you.
Right.
Okay. Here you go.
Hello, everyone. Gideon here again. This is my title. A journey of growth and discovery. So my mentor was Ibi, and just from what he said, this was a different approach. Just to start, for him, it was a different approach, and I think I really gained a lot from him, because it was not just about this is what I want, and him being like, this is what you have to do. But then it was like, how can we really know that this is what you want? Like, do you have these values? Is it something that is are you going to love it? And just before I go through this small document, he said something very powerful. He said that it is not just about doing. You can say, I love math, and like, then do math every day, and then you'll be tired, and then you'll be like, no, I don't love it anymore. So it was really, for him, it was like digging this passion in me, trying to show it, trying to make it come out, rather than, really just, following some path blindly. So for that, I'm overwhelmingly grateful. I just like I said before, I don't even have the words, and I know that I'm not the same person 3 months ago, and I'm not the same person that I was, just before August. Yeah, so this is just what I have here. So we had our objectives, and these were our objectives. So our number one objective was personal growth, and this came in various forms. It was not just about take up a personal growth book and read it, and it was more of discovering yourself, looking within, trying to really understand who you really are, first. Yeah, so next one was career advancement, and we discussed these for we discussed these almost from the beginning till almost the last meeting that we had. I've always wanted to pursue to go on pursuing going deep into my career, doing my master's, studying. I've always wanted to go on with schooling. Yeah, so we went through different career paths that I thought was suitable for me, and he made me choose the number that I really wanted. I had a lot. I just wanted to go, and I also want to thank the community for. I can say like we were a good pair. Being that he's also a person that has done, not just has been in one field, but has pursued several careers. He has been in many fields. He has done a lot. Not just a single path of a career. So yeah, so with that, I think that was good. I think that was we were at least we had almost the same, kind of passions and all that. Yeah. So well, for learning areas, personality and value assessment, he talked about that. We did, he was saying that when he first did his own personality test, he didn't know what it was. And even with me, when I first did that disc profile assessment, I didn't really know. But then, you find these answers and you're like, okay, that is me. And, this is what I should do now. This is my personality, and these are the values that I stand by. So that was very eye-opening. So we also went through Ikigai, just like Gibson also said. I know I'm going to get a copy to Gibson just to have it. Again, we did. We went through research methodologies. That was a strong learning area for me because I've always been interested. I've always been interested in research. According to my career path, that is one of the greatest tenets of what I learned in school and what I really want to pursue. And then time management was also a big one. So my goals for the future, I think. I'm confident enough to pursue my future career goals. Getting my other, my masters and eventually my PhD. Then building networks within this community. I think I can say that this has been one of the best group that I've been a part of. Yeah, so I would really like, it doesn't stop here. We have to, continue. We still need your guidance. We are ready to, we are just asking you for that time, that little message, that little text. And I think it will be of great help. Yeah, and then continuous learning and mentoring others. I look forward to, even as EB has made it, and has taken his time to pour into me. You know, I know that when the time comes, I'll also be able to pour into others. Yeah, so I just want to thank the whole VOA community, our coordinator, Anu. You know, you've been so helpful. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that, Gideon. That brings us to the end of the presentations by the mentees. So thank you for hanging on with us till now. And let me just go through the slide and wrap up on next steps. So where we are now is to congratulate those who were able to attend today's meeting, the mentees who were able to attend and also present. And to let you know, you'll get your certificates following after today. Your awards will also follow up. And we have, thankfully, we have Rotimi donated some LinkedIn premium gifts and premium membership to our mentees. We have enough for everybody to go around. And we are very thankful for that. It's worth over 200, and that has a lot of training. It also opens your network as well. So I would recommend maximizing it. Find out what are the premium benefits. And we also have some additional gifts for our mentees. We have, in Nigeria, we have some devices. We have some iPads that are already in the country to give out to those who completed. And we'll find out how to get the awards also to Ghana and Kenya. So that's what we do. It's been a wholesome journey. We're very grateful for where we're at, and we're thankful for your cooperation. Thank you, Anu, for coordinating throughout the 12 weeks, and we're grateful for your help. So congratulations again to our mentees, to our mentors for great job, great work done. It's really impactful. Looking ahead, as an organization, we'll continue mentoring in the next year. Cohort 3 is planned for Q1, starting around February. So the applications for mentors, new mentors, and new mentees will open up, I believe, in January, early January, so that we can start screening for the next cohort. We do a lot more than mentoring. As an organization, we have aviation space camps. We also provide scholarships. We do fundraising, and we welcome partnerships all across, whether it's US or outside of the US. So having said that, this is how you can connect with us. You can help us to make more impact by volunteering, collaborating, or donating your time or money so we can make more impact and get to more African countries. Okay, on this note, I will just say, are there any questions? And this is how to connect with us. Thank you for hanging on with us for your morning, your afternoon, your evening. I'm very proud of the mentees who stayed on the West African time, East African time. It's late and you showed up and you showed out. So thank you so much. Are there any questions? Anu, do you want to say anything else? We have come to the end of today's graduation. So congratulations, mentors, mentees. Congratulations to the alumni as well for coming to support and cheer on the new graduates from the mentoring program. Okay, so on this note, we will let everyone go. You know how to contact us. You have our emails. And let me share the website for the mentoring program if anybody has any questions. So I'll just share our website so you can follow us on that. I'll put it in the chat. And so all the best, happy holidays in advance, and hope you guys get some good rest and some good food and company. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, VOA, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. And I hope we can continue the conversation. Keep your mentors connected And let us know also how you're doing. If you have any questions, any challenges that we can help with, or connect you with somebody who can help. Let's do that. So continue to thrive, continue to be the ambassadors of good and kindness, continue to pay it forward. Each one bring one, impact lives, one life at a time. So
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Shut it down. Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All right. Have a good night. On the west.
Bye.